Pokémon, a franchise that took the world by storm and defined the childhoods of many. It has only gotten more popular with time, but what was Pokémon like way back then? More specifically, how has competitive Pokémon changed over the years for those striving to be the very best? Now that is exactly what we are here to find out. In this series, Jeexx and I will embark on an adventure to be the very best, exploring through time and space to rediscover Pokémon's past formats. In each episode, both of us will bring two teams and battle it out in a best of 3 match, and the one who wins with both teams first is crowned the champion of the episode. We hope you enjoy this trip to Pokemon's evolution with us. Welcome to the Pokemon Progression Series, A Journey Through Time. Generation 4, Sinnoh, with Diamond, Pearl and Platinum, based on the North Hokkaido region of Japan, was the generation where I myself started my Pokemon journey. It added 107 new Pokemon, and while the number of changes that happened this generation were not as plentiful as the previous generations, it introduced one of the single most influential ones in the history of the franchise, the physical special split. This changed the previous type determines whether a move is physical or special to a system where now individual moves each have this determined separately, allowing Pokemon like Sneasel to now take advantage of their stat moves using their dominant offensive stat. Some other impactful changes were Sandstorm now giving rock types a 50% speed F boost, the absolutely massive addition of Stealth Rock, arguably the single most important move in competitive singles history, as well as the addition of obviously even more items like the rest of the choice items, Scarf and Specs, and the Life Orb, which allowed for Pokemon to leverage their health to boost their offensive prowess even further, as well as type resist berries, which could allow Pokemon to live moves they normally wouldn't be able to. What is up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Pokemon Product Series, this time with Generation 4 Ubers, and hopefully it isn't apparent from my voice, but I am still like reeling from a pretty bad like inflammation I had in my throat, so I'll not talk as much hopefully as I usually do. And the reason I'm in a dark room is because I haven't gotten around to getting a new light bulb yet, and the light bulb in my room burnt down. So for today I have something very interesting here. So I don't know if I'm gonna do this again in this series, but I decided to actually, for one of my two teams, bring a stall team. I have never played a stall team in my life, and like obviously we're not talking about stuff like Toxapex and things like that yet, so it's not that bad, but while looking around, like I saw this very cool looking team by Saldana and Nineveh that utilizes also Groudon's Sun to combat stuff like Kyogre, obviously, and also having a Choice Scarf Dialga in here. So I thought this was really neat. So I figured, you know what? I think this series is a perfect time for us to try something that we haven't done before. So I have never played a stall team before, and I don't know if I ever will after this. We'll see how it goes. But I do have a hyper offense team to combat this for the other team. But starting us off, we have Fortress here with Rapid Spin, Spikes, Toxic Spikes, and Rest. Rest there just for the longevity, obviously with Rest and Chesto Berry. And Spikes, Toxic Spikes are what we're gonna do most of the time. And Rapid Spin is here to help combat opposing hazard slaying, like obviously Deoxys Speed being one very good example. So we can just keep spinning away the any hazards that they might set up, and also something like Tentacruel and Toxic Spikes, like we can spin away the spikes that Tentacruel is trying to set on us. Obviously, like we don't have a Grounded Poison type to absorb those, what Tentacruel is for the Tentacruel team, but still like so nice to have these things. As for Groudon, we're running lefties. We're running lefties on everything except for Fortress and Dialga. But for Groudon, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Lava Plume, and Toxic. Toxic there to just badly poison something if need be. Lava Plume we're running because it has the 30% burn chance, so we can spam both of these like pretty freely, because obviously like we're trying to spread a lot of status and just go get chip damage down that way. Same thing what Stealth Rock is here to do, just the hazard chip damage. Then we have Cresselia here with Hidden Power Fire, Ice Beam, Thunder Wave, and Moonlight. Obviously works as a really good Lottie check. We having access to Ice Beam. Obviously, if they're running something like Refresh, Thunder Wave isn't going to be as crazy. But like for non-Refresh variants, like Thunder Wave is going to be really nice. Moonlight for recovery. And then Hidden Power Fire there as just a coverage option, and to have something for us to easily get rid of opposing Fortress if need be. Then we have Dialga here, Choice Scarf, because even though like our team is focusing on stalling and stuff like that, it's still nice to have the punching power if need be. Draco Meteor, Dragon Pulse, Fire Blast, Earth Power. We're running both Draco and Dragon Pulse. So if we need to lock ourselves into a move that we know we're going to be using multiple times, then I'd rather pick Dragon Pulse instead of Draco Meteor. But a lot of times they'll just come in when it can pick up a KO or... Sorry, I'm probably going to be coughing a lot in this. Can pick up a KO with Draco, or just threaten a Draco to get a lot of chip damage down. They have Blissey here, like obviously Armor Therapy there. We don't really want status to be hit on us, so it's what that is for. Then we just have the usual suspects here, Toxic, Seismic Toss, and Softboil to be able to poison things, hit anything we need to, and then also have access to additional recovery. And finally we have a Sleep Talk, Rest, Giratina with Will-O-Wisp and Roar. So the idea is after we get our hazards set up, like we can roar things around, like get obviously a lot of chip damage, get things poisoned through Toxic Spikes. We also have Will-O-Wisp here to deal with any physical attackers that we can't like get a burn on. With Groudon, we have access to poison, we have access to paralysis, we have access to burn as well, like just getting all of the statuses. I think Will-O-Wisp later gets bumped up to 85% accuracy, but for now it's still 75% accurate, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. And then, like I said, like the main idea here is just phase things and throw them into the hazards and win through chip damage that way. But like I said, not my team. Shout out to Saldana and Nineveh for this, and chances are that I'm going to be a terrible pilot for this, but you know, I wanted to give a shot because like I said, I've never played a Salt team, and I figured that, you know what, might as well give it a shot. And I think the idea of like running a Choice Scarf Dialga in a Salt team like this, and also not running a Giratina Origin, which is like obviously Giratina Origin is for the most part gonna be the better one and a really good Pokemon in general. It's something that I've used like a decent bit. Basically never used like regular form Giratina, so I thought that was interesting. But because we don't want to be only stalling here for our other team, I have picked a Hyper Offense team. And for our lead, we have a Deoxys Speed with Colbarbary here to help deal with stuff like Darkrai and Tyranitar that are both like decently good leads. Superpowers there to also alleviate dealing with Tyranitar. I'm pretty sure I was like doing calcs with the with this thing, but I'm pretty sure that I calced this where, okay, yeah, Paper we got smoked by. I wanted to see this. And yeah, even after Superpower drops us down, then we're not going to just absolutely get smoked by Pursuit, which is what we have a little bit of HP here. The special attack investment here is to mostly combat the aforementioned Tentacruel, because this team I really would, although I have like 2 Mons that are levitating above ground, I still really want to avoid stuff like Toxic Spikes. So Spikes is there for our own hazards. We have a Taunt to prevent opposing hazards from going up. Superpowers there to Oko or put Tyranitar down to Sash. And Colbarbary prevents us from being smoked back unless it's specifically Choice Band Crunch, in which case it has a chance to Oko. I think it's like 70%. I also calc for that one, but I'm pretty sure it was no, Crunch just smokes us. It was Choice Band Pursuit, sorry. So yeah, that we do get smoked, but I was thinking Sash, but at the same time like Sash with because I want this thing to be able to deal with Tyranitar. Like Sash means that we get still smoked by because of Sand, and then with Colbarbary we're also like way better off against Darkrai as well. and being able to obviously hit back with superpower is really good. But Psycho Boost is there to hit Tentacruel for the most part. But mostly just here as our dedicated lead to put up spikes. Then we have Darkrai here with Life Orb, Dark Void, Dark Pulse, and Nasty Plot. And Focus Blast, nothing really crazy here. Dark Void for now is still like obviously 80% accurate, so more reliable than Sleep Powder. Then opponent is going to start taking chip damage. We can set up a Nasty Plot and then mostly click Dark Pulse. And then for the stuff, for the Steel types that resist our Dark Pulse, we got Focus Blast then. So, and for stuff like Tyranitar opposing Darkrai as well. Then we have Kyogre here. Kyogre is more of a like bulkier Calm Mind set with lefties, Calm Mind, Thunder Wave, and Hydro Pump and Ice Beam. So I wanted to have Thunder initially, but I already have 2 Mons that are carrying Thunder, so I think I could justify instead putting Thunder Wave to slow down the opponent, and then like obviously being able to set up 1 or 2 Calm Minds, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, then gives us really good coverage for the opposing team. Bronzong here, so sets of Stealth Rock, has Payback, Earthquake, and Explosion. Explosion, obviously, if we really need to remove a key threat. Earthquake there, once again, I like to deal with stuff like Tentacruel. This is a especially defensive one as well, so we have a really good matchup into Tentacruel. We can deal with it. Unfortunately, doesn't get Rapid Spin, which I would have loved to have, but I can't. So instead, we're electing to go for Explosion. And then Payback, because there's a bunch of different psychic types in the tier. Like Mewtwo, I'm not that worried about with this team, but stuff like both attack form and speed form Deoxys are a little bit annoying for this team. So having Payback on Bronzong to hit them for really hard is really nice. Then we have Latios here with Soldew, Draco Meteor, Thunder, Roar, and Recover. I was contemplating between Roar and Refresh for this one, but I figured that I'd ultimately rather go for Roar because we are carrying quite a good bit of surface hazards, and also like after we fire off something like a Draco, like I don't want to be set up fodder if something like, for example, a Darkrai comes in. Obviously they're risking also, if they're coming in, they're risking getting paralyzed by Thunder. And they can always just like for free fire off a Dark Void first, but still like having access to Roar to be able to not be set up fodder after firing off Draco Meteor is, I figured, a nice option. And the Thunder obviously utilizes our own rain and helps us deal with opposing water types and flying types as well, because no ice moves on Latios. And finally, Palkia with Lumberry, Special Rent, Hydro Pump, Thunder, and bro, I'm at my wit's end. And Focus Punch very often there just to deal with Blissey. Focus Punch into Hydro Pump just kills Blissey straight up. And then obviously like the 2 coverage moves and then Thunder. I was contemplating Lustrous Orb, but Palkia in Rain is so devastating that I think like putting this thing to sleep with something something faster, like Darkrai, or switching in something really bulky to paralyze it with Thunder Wave, I think both of those things are going to be a lot more of a hindrance than like me not dealing the extra 20% damage with Spatial Rent on Hydro Pump. So that's why I like that to go for Lumberry instead. But yep, pretty straightforward. I'm not gonna go more into detail about the EV spreads because, like I said, I'm trying to save my voice. Hopefully it'll be in perfect condition once again when we're actually trying to play the games. But for now, that'll be all from me. Hopefully you enjoyed the team breakdowns. Hopefully you enjoyed Jeexx as well. And afterwards, I'll see y'all in the battle zone.
Okay, so we are playing Gen 4 Ubers. As you might have expected, I'm running T-Tar and Caesar because I think T-Tar is kind of interesting in this format because of the fact that Garchomp exists. So Sandstream actually has some utility outside of just the chip and the fact that it gives rock types the boost. So we have T-Tar with Pursuit, Stealth Rock, Dragon Claw, Thunder Wave. Idea obviously being that my Pokemon are fairly slow for the most part, so I want to spread status with Thunder Wave, and I'm running Dragon Claw to check the Dragon types. Obviously I don't have Snap. I was originally considering running like a Rock type move for Stab, but I have Pursuit for Dark type Stab, which then obviously means that it doubles its base power when your opponent's starting to switch out, which is gonna probably happen because I think I one-shot Deoxys Speed. Although Deoxys Speed one-shots me, I'm pretty sure, with Superpower, right? So it's not like that. It's not like that's gonna be likely to happen. There we go. No, it doesn't one shot. Wait, is this right? Oh, I can change some shit here so that I. Oh, wait. What if I put? Pursuit? No, pursuit doesn't do it. What about payback? Okay, payback. Okay, and then we go for 148 on here, 120, right? Let me just do a little bit of a live changing during recording, and then 60 on this, and we go for Brave. Yeah. This has Lumberry on it, but I'm gonna keep the. Wait, what does Lumberry actually do? Lumberry is for statuses, right? Non-volatile status. We're just confused. I think I'm gonna keep lefties though, and then Stealth Rock, Payback, Dragonfly. Might as well go for Fire Blast, I guess. Alright. Yeah. They should do about a similar thing, because I don't think it'll make much of a difference. We'll see where this goes. The Fire Blast, actually, the Fire Blast doesn't really help me much more than the Dragon Claw would, right? Yeah, I'll just keep it Dragon Claw. But yeah, this thing can now take a hit from Superpower from Deoxys Speed if it's not damage investment, which I'm probably going to be running into because I think Deoxys Speed as a lead makes a lot of sense. So now I can at least be like, well, I'm gonna T-Wave you. Although I think it's not gonna matter because that thing is still gonna be faster than I am. But at least then I can switch into something, or I can pop rocks down and maybe get lefty's recovery. You could make the argument that I could be running Protect here. Wait. Maybe this is what I should do. Let's go with this. I like this set. This is cool. Then we have Garchomp with Dracometer, Earth Power, Protect, Fire Blast. It's a special attacker in this case. Same with my Giratina. But then I have a physical attacking Rayquaza, and you can make the argument that I could be running a more mixed set with my Garchomp, but I don't think that's gonna make much of a difference. I could be running EQ, but I think this is cool. I think this is interesting. Especially because the idea here is to have T-Tar be doing physical damage, and then Rayquaza be doing physical damage, and then obviously everything else is supposed to either be supporting that, or to be doing, the opposite of damage. Giratina, Dragon Pulse, Shadow Ball, substitute Calm Mind, idea being you sub, Calm Mind, Shadow Ball, Dragon Pulse. You pray. Rayquaza, Sword Stance, EQ, Dragon Claw, Extreme Speed, Life Orb, Airlock to deal with weather. Big, because I have my own weather on this team, so I want to have the ability to turn that off if necessary. Then we have Bronzong with Explosion, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Payback, Levitate. I could be running Heatproof on this, which I think could be fine, but I figured I want to have Levitate so that I can just put it in if I have if there's shit on the board that I want to avoid, or if there's shit on the board that might just one-shot actually, I guess it doesn't really matter because I have so many grounding meter. I have a Garchomp and stuff. So doesn't matter. Never mind. Levitate is fine. Let's not overthink this here. And then we have Suicune with Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Protect, Calm Mind. You can make the argument that I could be running Substitute instead of Protect. But I don't know. I felt like Protect makes more sense to me, but in this case, it could even be the other way around. But yeah. Whatever, let's not overthink this right now. Second team is Darkrai, Kyogre, Dialga, Gliscor, Deoxys Speed, and Scizor. We have Darkrai, Dark Void, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, Trick with max speed investment, special attack investment, high special attack investment, and special defense 4. Now, we have a Scarf here so that I can trick the Scarf onto my opponent's lead. And I can take their item. So if I'm running into Deoxys Speed, for example, I outspeed Deoxys Speed on turn 1 because of my Choice Scarf, as long as it's not max speed investment, which I feel like would be weird to have a giga speed investment Deoxys Speed, because this thing is already the fastest thing in the format, and it outspeeds basically everything that has a Scarf on it, I think. So the only thing that it doesn't outspeed is a max speed investment Choice Scarfed Darkrai with Trick on it. And now I can give that Scarf to the Deoxys after it used Spikes or used some other thing, and now it's kind of fucked because it doesn't have Colbur Berry. So I'm gonna get free reign to pop Dark Void or Dark Pulse or Ice Speed, depending on what Weebfox obviously chooses. Then we have Kyogre with Drizzle, obviously, being the only thing that we have as an option here. We have some Pokemon that might suffer for that, but at the same time, I think having the ability to deal with weather while also reducing the damage that Scizor is going to take from fire-type moves is kind of huge. I also have a fairly utility set on Scizor, and obviously it has lefties instead of like Life Orb or something, to have it be able to destroy screens, if their screen is going to be set up, which I think could be possible because there's Mewtwo and Mew in the format. Bullet Punch, obviously, to be doing priority damage, and U-Turn for pivoting back into the other stuff that I have on the team that could be really good at either taking the hits or for dropping Drizzle back on field if Weebfox happens to be like switching into Groudon, for example. And Toxic, obviously, to be spreading status, because I don't have any Pokemon that spread status here outside of Kyogre and Scizor. And I think T-Waving... Oh, wait, this doesn't have EVs. Oh, no. I think I changed it at some point for... bulky Special Sweeper. Let's go with that. Fuck it. I'm not gonna overthink that. But yeah, Kyogre obviously coming in, Drizzle reactivates, then we have Calm Mind, Hydro Pump, so on and so forth. Dialga with Pressure, Lefties, Stealth Rock, Dragon Pulse, Thunder, Roar. We have one rocker in here, I think. Yeah, we have this guy as a rocker, but this allows us to kind of break through some bullshit. I think this breaks through sub, right? Does it not? Doesn't say. I think sound-based moves break through sub, but it doesn't break the sub, right? That's, I think, how it works. Then we Gliscor with Earthquake, Roast, Toxic, Taunt. Obviously, the idea being here to, this would be a better lead, I think, than Darkrai, but I feel like Gliscor is also fairly good later on after Darkrai dies or someone else dies to be played into, for example, if I read a Thunder Wave coming or if I read a Thunder coming, I can... Because this thing is here essentially to be checking Thunder for against my Kyogre. So yeah, Earthquake, Roost, Toxic, Taunt. Roost obviously doesn't really do much here. It's another recovery. It's got a lot of recovery going on. Toxic obviously again to spread more statuses, and then yeah, it's not gonna hit for too hard, but it's gonna be annoying to deal with. And then we have my own Deoxys Speed, which has Superpower, Shadow Ball, Extreme Speed, Spikes. Superpower to hit this fucker, and to hit T-Tar. Shadow Ball to hit any Psychic fuckers, and Extreme Speed to hit anything else, essentially. It's not gonna deal that much damage. Spikes is obviously here for some other stuff. You can make the argument that I should be running Max Speed Investment Deoxys Attack instead with the same set, which, thinking about it, what does that offer me that this wouldn't? I mean, in a way, if I don't think Weebfox is gonna be doing it, but if he happens to be running the same set that I do, and he ends up tricking a Scarf on my Deoxys Speed, I think if I'm attack investment, I could kill him with Wait, let me see. I'm curious now. Deoxys attack. Uber's Life Orb. I think this would be fine. I don't think I need spikes, right? Life Orb. I'm gonna change this to Deoxys attack. Yeah. Life Orb. We're doing live editing here, guys. Sorry. Thunder. Superpower. Extreme Speed. Right, and then we go. They go Giga Special Attack on Showdown usage. Interesting. 106. No, that's 16. 16, right? Yep. 16, and then yeah. Now we're Giga Fast too. We outspeed Darkrai Max Speed Investment. I think we outspeed a bunch of other stuff too, but I'm not sure exactly what. And then we give this, I think Rash. Where? Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. And then this was Royal Flush. Yeah, there we go. And then obviously Scizor, as I talked about already. But yeah, I think that about does it. This was a very rambly breakdown, mostly because of the fact that I was changing stuff. So, anyhow, good luck with the games.
Gamer.
Bro. What the fuck?
Is it my voice?
Bro, is that? Yeah, bro, it's Giga Kill.
It's bad. Yeah.
So quiet.
Anyways,
So quiet.
for that exact reason, we're gonna keep this brief today. How y'all doing, gamers? And welcome back to the Pokemon product series. This time we're doing Generation 4 Ubers. Sorry for the lack of these. The reason is probably very clear, but today I really wanted to play some Pokemon and I felt good enough for us to do this, but I will avoid unnecessary yapping wherever possible. For obvious reasons. Right. Anyways, anything you want to say before we jump right into it?
You know, we didn't ever really address this, but after we played the last time, we played League of Legends, and then you got sick. You know, there's like something there, right?
You're not wrong.
Yeah, just think about it. Think about that. Well, shall we get on with it?
But yeah, we can just jump right into it, and this time, I'll leave we'll leave the, I don't want to call anything yet, the note takings for if we get a game 3 too. You know, obviously take some time. But yeah, I feel fine. It's just I've been obviously a little bit tired this week just because sleeping is really hard because I have crazy fucking coughing fits at nights. So now I asked my sister if I could borrow because she has like these huge fucking pillows, and I was gonna try to see if I can maybe sleep sitting like more upright because I think that
helps a lot.
Yeah, because I think what's giving me the coughing fits, because now I'm like, during the days, like I'm coughing still, but not nearly as much, because I'm like genuinely dying and it feels like I'm gonna spew out my innards any moment. And I think it's mostly because when I'm laying like on my back or on my side, obviously, like my throat isn't upright and all the mucus it doesn't get to go down. So I think it makes it way worse. So I figured I might as well try that. Whether or not I'll be able to sleep upright, then that remains to be seen. But
I mean, I don't think you should sleep like sitting upright, but rather at an angle.
My like as long as I can like elevate my neck and head like way more, I think in theory it should be better.
Hope you get well soon, Weebfox. Sleep tight, buddy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's neither here nor there. Hopefully it works, but for today, we'll see how my Gen 4 Ubers teams work.
Let's go.
So, good luck to the gamer. I'll see you after the games.
Good luck. Good luck.
Let me toughen up. There we go. And yeah, I'll be talking less about my thoughts out loud due to, you know, obvious reasons, but I'll still obviously, you know, talk. DPP, I have my imported sets here, we should be fine. Yeah, sorry for the lack of uploads for this and Yu-Gi-Oh! Lately. Hopefully you understand. I'll try to, Oh yeah, do I have this idea? I could make predictions, but honestly, if it's giving me this thing, I would like to take it. Obviously getting spikes up would be really nice. Also, I will put these here. It's not sash. Alright, we got T-Tar down, but it's very physically bulky. Give me... I mean, we'll just get rid of the sand, I think, here. Yeah. I don't think there's any way he's staying in. The question is, do I want to Calm Mind or do I want to Thunder Wave? Live editing pays off. I think I'll Calm Mind. What could he go into that punishes this? Latios would be scary. I'll go Calm Mind. Bronzong. Okay. Now the question is, what would this be? Because it could blow up is the scary thing here. Oh, does it kill me? I'm definitely playing a bit hasty, but Explosion doesn't kill me. I'll throw the pump. It's probably special defensive. I'm +1 though, but I think I cheat KO it. Actually, huh? I have over half of your. Bro, my brain just doesn't work today. I'm sorry. I have over 50% chance to just straight up kill it now, even if it's specially defensive. Part of me wanted to click Calm Mind again and bank on Hingo and Protect, because Jeexx obviously loves his Protect, but I guess while we're waiting, I'll do this. Left is right. Yeah. I guess I just, I was greedy. I also did forget because I have, yeah, okay. It's the default set. Makes sense. I wonder if he doesn't really have switch-ins, or what was the idea there? I guess he didn't think I was gonna Calm Mind. Because if I don't Calm Mind there, and I go for T-Wave or Hydro Pump, which are, I think, both pretty obvious plays still, I think then that's a really good switch. But now the question is, what do he go to? Because if he wants to overwrite the rain, he has to give me T-Tar. And even if he has a Thunder, Latios, or Palkia, then I'm also increased special defense. I really like Calm Mind Kyogre. I think it's probably my favorite Kyogre set. Anyways, I'll do this here since we're doing this now. There we go. Yes, Chomp. Does he just not have switch-ins? What else does he have here? Yeah, that does 0 and you're dead. I guess he just doesn't have switch-ins to this thing. He does have Ray. There is... What does Ray get? Because Airlock obviously is a thing. But unless this thing is Sash... Because even... there's no way Thunder kills me. Oh, that is... I was going to say that's either Brand or Life Orb. He did get me really low, which is an issue here, because now I can get Revenge Kill. I can't let this thing die, obviously. But the question is, what else is there? I doubt he has a Groudon, because he has T-Tar and Ray here. Oh yeah, if a Sandveil would have been also annoying. Kyogre definitely not here. I'm gonna assume it's in the... Okay. Does he need to Shadow Sneak here? Is what I'm wondering. Shadow Sneak does 0, but he doesn't need to do it. The question is, do I want to kill, do I want to give this thing up though? I kind of don't. I'd have good switch-ins to this though. I guess this is fine. I know it's Grosseous Orb. I don't really need Darkrai. I'll just scout what he wants to do. Deep Pulse. Okay, it's special. The question is... do I kill this thing with a Dark Pulse? Not even close. Do I risk a Dark Void here though? I don't die to Shadow Sneak right now. If I hit the Dark Void, I immediately win on the spot is the thing. but it's 20% to miss. If I fuck this up and he kills me, what do I do next? I then go... I guess I go Palkia? Question mark? No, I go Latios and I drop a Draco, right? Yeah. There we go. And I don't think I need to risk going for a Nasty Plot. I think it just Dark Pulse and go from there. Because Bad Dreams kills him if he doesn't wake up. Yeah. And now we can Dark Pulse something else, unless he has priority. Suicune, interesting. Dark Void, and we hit... Okay, and that's gonna be game. And he gets sleep turns. Yeah, I mean, I got very lucky. Asshole. That is just an asshole move. 0 misses. Too good. Okay, and now I think I can keep this here, so I don't need to, you know, take notes here yet. I'll just do, just in case, I'll do this, but then we go here, we go here, we go Jeexx, we go challenge, and we go generation 4 Ubers, and we switch into this team. I got very lucky that game though. I think I played early game, like my first turn was definitely super greedy, because like, what's the reason for him to actually, like, there's no way he's gonna give me T-Tar for free. Oh, works, perfect, okay. Right. But the funny thing is, I'm Chestoberry literally for this Mon. Come on, man. You're fucked up.
It's a Choice Scarf, Dark Void trick setup.
Okay,
so
well,
if I don't land the Dark Void, I literally don't have anything to do with my Darkrai. So it's literally a case of, okay, if I don't land this on this Pokemon that is sent out specifically to set up, I just lose.
If it makes you feel better, I was also a Chestoberry. So even if you landed
doesn't matter. I mean, that's still fine. At least I burned the Chestoberry. But I'm not gonna fucking play a game if it happens that my opponent lands 80% chance to hits and then doesn't miss the Draco even. It's just, okay, yeah, sure, yeah.
Do you have a spinner?
Yeah. No, I don't.
Do you have a grounded poison type?
Yes.
Which one?
Oh, you grounded? I have a Gliscor Roost. Does that not work?
No, Gliscor is still not poison type, and it's not grounded. Yeah.
Fuck, I keep thinking. My bad.
Yeah, I was mostly because in that case, it's probably a really slow burner death. So this is salty.
I mean, I have 2 steel types and a stalling water type that can sustain through it, and probably just gonna, if I don't steamroll, I lose anyways.
Yeah.
Half of my team is immune to poison.
So
Toxic specs. So.
yeah, because it's so when I said last time that I was gonna try something that I've literally never played in my life, it was a stall team. This is literally 5 Mons that are there just to stall, and then a choice Scarf Dialga to pick up the Scatter Chaos.
Okay. I have a Darkrai, a Kyogre, a Dialga, a Gliscor, a Deoxys Attack, and a Caesar. And they have Toxic, Roar, and Stealth Rock. And then there's a Deoxys Attack for zooming through with Life Orb, Ice Beam, Thunder, Superpower, Extreme Speed. So...
Yeah, I have 2 Mons with self-healing. I also have an Aromatherapy Blissey to clear my team of any status. So I think that's just going to be a slow burner, and then you're just going to get smoked. So for the team,
I killed the Blissey with my...
Fortress, Groudon, Cresselia, Dialga, Blissey, and Giratina.
Nice.
But yeah, dude, literally the reason why I started with the team that I started was because, like, you're so prone to always forfeiting. So I was like, I'd rather you see, I guess, the names in this one. The other one is Dark Soul, which is also funny because you were just talking about Dark Soul, playing Dark Souls 2 today. And the teams in the other team are my favorite Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3 bosses.
Hell. I mean, I declared it before I did it because I knew that if it wasn't gonna hit, regardless of what happens, I would lose. So if I landed and he just buried, it's like, well, he had something to deal with it, and then I can play. But if it doesn't land, it's like, I'm just gonna scoop. There's no reason to play this game anymore. There's no way I can do anything from this position, and the only thing that can happen from here is I swap out and I get poisoned on something, or if I don't get poisoned, I swap out and I just pray that I don't get fucking clapped.
Can you real quick, like, show me the sets on your team?
Dark Pulse, Ice Beam Trick, Calm Mind, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Thunder Wave, Stealth Rock, Dragon Pulse, Thunder Roar, EQ, Roost, Toxic Taunt, Ice Beam, Thunder, Superpower, Extreme Speed, Bullet Punch, Brick Break, U-Turn, Toxic.
Gotcha.
And then the first team was Payback, Stealth Rock, Protect, Thunder Wave, Draco, Meteor, Earth Power, Protect, Fire Blast, Dragon Ball, Shadow Ball, Substitute, Calm Mind, Extreme Speed, Dragon Claw, EQ, Sword Stance, Explosion, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Payback, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Protect, Calm Mind.
Were you gonna explode with Bronzong?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because I saw I checked the calcs and I was like, well, this does 80% on average. So if I do 80% here, I can hit Extreme Speed on Rayquaza and kill.
Yeah, it was literally like I see why you went for that play now, because, like, bro, if my Kyogre was Thunder instead of T-Wave, like, that Kyogre set in that position just 6-0s the same.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate draw there.
That's also why I was like, oh yeah, I just need to immediately try to boom this fucking thing, or else I die. Because after you click Calm Mind after I swapped into Bronzong, or you click Calm Mind when I swapped into Bronzong, it was purely because I was like, well, I have to do this now. This is like impossible to win from this position if I don't kill it in 2 moves.
Yeah, so I think it was definitely the right play, and it was with my, like, Kyogre set, like, the Oko was like, it was favored, but it wasn't, like, nearly even guaranteed. So it was still, like, that was another case where I just got, like, very lucky with the roll of the coin. I did say, like, I got very lucky in the first game because it's like favorable roll with that getting 3 sleep turns, hitting 2 dark voids, hitting the Draco, like, obviously a lot of things that could have gone wrong and just didn't.
Yeah. Man.
Unfortunate.
But yeah, the explosion does 78% to 92%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have defense investments. I am, like, max HP investment with 164 defense EVs, but still
like 74 to 87, which means that I 100% guaranteed one shot.
I still kills with E-speed, yeah. That's the
31 to 37.
That basically matters there. And even if, like, that doesn't, then it's still, like, you have Oh
I'm way
wait, you don't.
faster.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say like even still like you would have Giratina, but you weren't running Shadow Sneak, so this might be. I see.
No,
I see.
I was running mostly this set because I was like, well, I'm running a specially offensive set with sub calm mind, so
Yeah.
pop calm mind, shadow ball, dragon balls, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason why I should have went this is the first time that I've done this, but the stall team is like it's literally like fully all 6 of the monster the assets are just ready because I was literally the only thing that I wanted to do was because when I was looking at Mons, like I've used Giratina a good bit, but I don't think I've ever used Giratina that wasn't in Origin form, and I saw a team which had base form Giratina, and it was this stall team. I was like, I have literally never in my life, not once, played a stall team. So I figured, like, I mean, what's better time to try it than in a series like this? And it's ended up being Click Toxic Spikes once, and that's the game.
Yeah, it stalled the game out for sure. I mean, it would have either been I scoop then and there, or we play for 60 plus turns and nothing happens, and then it would have been the same thing as me scooping frame 1.
Fair enough. Was Tita a defense investment, by the way?
It was mixed. I was
Okay.
looking at some stuff earlier, like while I was making this. I mentioned in the chat, but the breakdown in the breakdown, I was looking at T-Tar set. I was like, wait, if I change this, I don't die to superpower from Deoxys speed, and I can just use payback to kill it. I originally had pursuit, and I was like less specially defensive, but I ended up going like with this route because I felt like, well, if I can kill it, because it's 100% gonna click superpower every time. If I can 100% of the time kill it, it's fine. Can always revenge kill with this.
Yeah, but looking at it now, like there was a very like a greedy play from me, regardless of what, because even if you were 0 HP, 0 defense, it's a 31.3% chance to OHKO.
Really?
And obviously the defense down then means that my Colbert Berry that I have for T-Tar becomes useless because the defense drop means that I die through that anyway. So it like no matter what happened, like it would have been better for me to click spikes anyway, and spikes anyway, like for a hyper offense team, like the guaranteed like 12% chip does a lot. Obviously, like with hindsight, like now when I know your team, it's not that big of a deal against this team because Kyogre just kills everything and half of your teams is immune to spikes anyway, but still.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that this folds to Kyogre was something that I did not account for. Like, because I was like, well, I can probably kill it with, like, sacking Amon and then E-speeding. And then I did that, but then my Mon that is, well, not quite max special defense investment. Got one shot. And then it was like, well...
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I think, like, if I was... Because, like, I mean, Kyogre is one of those monsters that can just run infinite sets. So if I was, like... I think, like, more commonly it's usually, like, Choice Scarf or Choice Specs. So if I was, like, one of those... Well, okay, if I was Choice Specs and click Hydro Pump, then Bronzong still dies. But regardless, like, if I didn't click Calm Mind on the Switch, then I think, like, you're in way better position. Because even if...
I know.
Actually,
if you're
if
you're scarfed,
you to boom.
Yeah, I was gonna boom, but like if you have scarf, you don't one shot me with pump.
Yeah, no, not scarf. I was talking specs.
Oh, you just sorry.
Yeah, scarf obviously not.
Specs. Yeah.
But it's like it was just like those two sets are more common. But obviously specs is 1.5 times special attack, and Calm Mind gives you 1.5 times special attack. So the damage output is the same. Yeah. Then obviously I also get the special defense up there. So like I think the playstyle like logical. It just happened that Mon is still regardless like really good into this team, and then just the fact that I was also Calm Mind It was just unlucky draw.
Yeah. Yeah, and with if you were running specs, you would also not be running Hydro Pump, right? You would be running Water Spout.
I mean, if I play specs, this is for future. If you ever run into me using specs Kyogre, it's 99.9% of the time the set is gonna be Water Spout, Hydro Pump, Thunder, and Ice Beam. So I basically I have both.
Actually, still pumping. Could just be running Surf, but pumping. Okay, I see. I mean,
Surf misses out on a lot of chaos on defensively versus this stuff. The only thing that because there were obviously the sets in the stall team, they're kind of whatever. But for the one, I also had Bronzong, called Bright Souls, and final mon that you didn't get to see was Palkia. And one thing about Palkia was that it was special when Hydro Plant, Thunder, and Focus Punch. And the idea about Focus Punch is that Focus Punch into literally any of my other moves kills Blissey, which otherwise is really annoying for this team, because I'm literally assuming that I don't have Deoxys speed with super power up anymore. Like at that point, I'm just only special attackers, and then Bronzong, which obviously doesn't do a lot of damage. So when I was just looking through the team and looking at the common mons of Ubers, it was just how the fuck do I deal with Blissey? So that's what Focus Punch.
I was never gonna run Blissey. I would rather shoot myself than run Blissey.
It's a good support mon, but
I don't care.
I mean, if I'm only trying to silver bullet you every time, I'm just all right, I need a fire type to kill Scizor. But I don't think team building like that is very interesting. So yeah, but I mean, that's about it. We have one more. I was gonna say one more episode, and then it's off to the realm of VGC.
Oh boy.
So close. But hopefully next time I can talk. I guess the allegations of Jeexx were different this time, but the allegations was that he always misses his moves, and those allegations remain true.
True. Me when I win a 56% coin flip, and then I hit 280%, and then my opponent gets 4 turns of sleep, and I don't get crit once, but man. Honestly, yeah, if the Kyogre died to a Dragon Claw crit, then everything else would be fine. Right? Then it's okay, yeah. Then it's all balanced out.
Okay, I don't know about balanced out when it's...
Brother, you hit a Hydro Pump.
Hydro Pump is 8.
You hit a Hydro Pump.
15% to miss.
15% to miss. And then you
Void
also...
is 20% to
landed miss. The 50% on 56% to kill.
Yeah.
Right? Dark Void, 80%.
All of those things are more
80%.
than 6%.
4 turns of sleep. Combined, these things are extremely low probability of happening. Therefore, if I hit a Dragon Claw on the Kyogre, then it would be evened out.
Real shit.
That's how it works. If you don't hit 100 times and then hit on the 100 times, it's fine. That's gotcha, gotcha brain.
You're so right, friend. Anyways,
I mean,
look forward to more Jeexx scoops next week in Gen 4 Little Cup.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
I'm gonna be running not Chlorophyll Execute this time because I get hard checked by what the fuck the smaller version of Skunk Tank is. And that's sad. Poison Dart completely shuts out my cool strat that I managed to eke a win out with last time.
Yeah.
So sad. So sad.
Anyways. Put your guesses in the comments. How many episodes will we... which episode is going to be our next episode with no scoops? Put that in the comments. That's going to be a comment of the day.
Oh, man.
But yeah.
I can make sure that it never happens.
I think
both ways.
Well, not like that. I was gonna say like I think I've scooped once or twice, but not like that, I guess.
Yeah, you haven't scooped on the first move, essentially dictating the entire game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you don't have anything to lose. The garbage will be on my channel, so you're chilling.
Exactly, and like besides, if I see that like it's like fucking I summon a card. Oh, I impermanent. Oh, I play a card. Oh, I ash it. Oh, I summon this guy. Oh, I effect valor it. Okay. I play my field spell. I activate its effect. Oh, I go Ogre. Okay. Well, you have one card in hand. Good luck. And then you draw a card, and then you play your field spell, and then you don't have any responses. And then I go and win the game on turn 2. It's like, well, the game was over the minute that I played my field spell and didn't have any responses, so you might as well have scooped there. Instead of waiting for the 15 minutes that's gonna take for the game to end, right?
I guess for you guys it's a little different in that position. If we're talking like if it's forehand just, then probably it's more modern of a deck which then wins in like 2 turns.
Yeah, I mean the 2-card combo is awesome. Alistair probably would be the only other thing that, or the only thing that comes to mind that would 100% of the time just suck to play into from that position. Because then the invoke player just fucking summons whatever the fuck the thing is called and then sits on it and like, no.
Yeah. Anyways,
Nate the video game.
We'll let Jeexx go play Dark Souls 2 and I'll go save my voice. But the one thing that you must promise me, since we had such a blitz episode, is when we end the call, go listen to Nippon 96M Rampage. It is a song you can find on YouTube. I am not kidding.
No.
Damn. This guy's almost
I'm guessing that it's some brain rot shit.
It's not brain rot. It's literally what Nipa made when he was a kid. It's a banger.
But you want me to put fucking Nipa on full blast?
Bro.
Poor Nipa.
There is no lyrics. And it's a banger.
Poor Nipa.
You can only win here. Anyways. Thanks for the games? Question mark.
Game?
Thanks for the game. Yeah.
Thanks for the game.
Thanks for scooping. So I have less talking that I need to do. So I save my voice, I guess.
I got your back.
Anyways.
Cat shake.
We'll see you next week, hopefully, for a less of a lightning round. Rest easy. Hopefully my voice is also back then. We'll see you for Generation 4 Level Cup, and peace.